Thank you. We are live now, so I will call this meeting to order and I welcome everyone. Councillor Cook is unable to attend tonight. We have an addendum or two, so I'm going to ask Mrs. Wilson to read the motion.
Motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Wynne, seconded by Councillor Fair, that Council approve the addenda to the agenda for Monday, June the 28th, 2021, being the following items: CS2 personal information about an identifiable individual and or a position, plan, procedure, criteria, or instruction to be applied to, or any negotiations carried on or to be carried on by or on behalf of the municipality or local board. And by law 2612, appointment of Director of Fire Rescue Services, Fire Chief CEMC, Raymond Ormerod.
Thank you. Would you call the vote, please?
Councillor Kravitz?
Yes.
Councillor Fair?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks?
Yes.
Councillor Wynne?
Yes.
Councillor Rowe?
Yes.
And Mayor Martin?
Yes,
Resolution carries.
thank you. Now move to the motion on the adoption of minutes, if you'd read that.
Motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Kravitz, seconded by Deputy Mayor Marks, that the minutes of the regular meeting of council dated Monday, June the 14th, 2021 be adopted.
Would you call the vote?
Councillor Kravitz?
Yes.
Councillor Fair?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks?
Yes.
Councillor Wynne?
Yes.
Councillor Rowe?
Yes. Yes.
And Mayor Martin?
Yes.
Resolution carries.
I now need to ask if anyone has a disclosure of pecuniary interest or the general nature thereof for any of the items tonight. Seeing none. We do not have any delegations. We have 3 items of correspondence for council's information. The one on Catfish one is just echoing virtually what Kettle did, which we already endorsed. And I will say we are very thrilled with the OPP to announce Mark Lucas, the new department commander. Mike Butler's excited about working with him. And so I'm very pleased to welcome him. I was involved in the interviews, as was Ida McCollum, who's the vice chair of the Police Services Board. It was a very interesting process. They've been going through this process for 8 months, the people that had applied. They had narrowed it down to 2, and we then were able to interview the 2. So it was very interesting to get to see them. They were both highly qualified candidates, but we chose Mark over the other candidate. So I'm delighted to welcome him, and I'm sure that he's very similar to Mr. Butler in his temperament, so I'm sure that we'll enjoy working with him. Anyone else have any comments? If not, read the motion, please.
Madam Mayor, the motion reads, moved by Councillor Fair, seconded by Councillor Rowe, that correspondence items number 1 through number 3 inclusive be received as information and filed.
Call the vote, please.
Councillor Kravitz?
Yes.
Councillor Fair?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks?
Yes.
Councillor Wynne?
Yes.
Councillor Rowe?
Yes.
And Mayor Martin?
Yes,
The resolution carries.
thank you. We have 2 items for action. The one concerning the Hillcrest Park. Do you have a motion there to read? Go ahead.
Motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Wynne, seconded by Councillor Kravitz, that correspondence received from the residents of Hillcrest Park dated June the 10th, 2021, respecting a request for the installation of signage and playground equipment be deferred to 2022 budget deliberations.
Any questions? If not, call the vote, please.
Councillor Kravitz?
Yes.
Councillor Fair?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks?
Yes.
Councillor Wynne?
Yes.
Councillor Rowe?
Yes.
And Mayor Martin?
Yes,
The resolution carries.
thank you. And the second one on Pride Week, would you read the motion, please?
Yes, the motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Deputy Mayor Marks, seconded by Councillor Wynne, that correspondence received from the County of Elgin proclaiming August the 9th to August the 15th of 2021 as Pride Week be supported.
Any comments? Councillor Kravitz?
Just my comment is, historically, we haven't declared many proclamations as council. And is it something that we're going to start doing now? I'm just afraid we're going to get inundated with requests for proclamations. I would support this, but also the Pride Month, as we know, is occurring this month. I'm just wondering why it's going into the next month, why this group is asking for the second week of August. Or I don't know if anybody has comment on that, but like we do recognize Pride Month as the month of June in Canada. So
I'm going to ask, Mr. Chipway would like to speak, so I'll.
Through you, Madam Mayor, the resolution is just to support the county proclamation. In the future, staff will bring forward a policy that codifies Central Elgin's procedures in regards to proclamations and flag raising. But this correspondence is just to support the County of Elgin action on this item.
Yes, this is not us declaring a proclamation, just supporting the county's action.
okay,
Councillor Fair, you also had a question?
Yes, I support the Pride movement and I support it with the Elgin County. I'm just questioning where it says that they can raise a rainbow flag at a place of their choice. I was under the impression that Elgin County was going to do the proclamation and do the flag raising, but when they say a location of their choice, I'm just wondering what the implication is there.
Through you, Madam Mayor, the flag is raised out front of the county building already by the county. Again, just supporting what the county has done.
Okay, that's fine if that's the location. I just read in that second paragraph that they said it a choice of their own. So that's all my question was.
Would you call the, sorry? Deputy Mayor Marks, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is a request, the Elgin County Rainbow Club. This is a request from them. Elgin County would like to hold their week in August, and that's where this request comes from. Different, and that's they've asked us to be consistent across the county. Different areas have different weeks, but this is a request that Elgin County had.
Would you call the vote on the motion then, please?
Certainly. Councillor Kravitz,
yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes,
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynn,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
Resolution carries.
thank you. We'll now go to the planning reports, and the first one is Edith Cavell Boulevard in the village of Port Stanley. Does anyone have any questions concerning this amendment to the village of Port Stanley bylaw? Councillor Fair?
I just wondered what is the definition of dynamic beach?
Mr. McClure, would you like to give the definition, please?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, through you to Councillor Fair, and I'm not too sure if lawyer that may want to jump in after as well. Essentially, the dynamic beach standard was defined by I guess through studies, but also it's an area of the beach that's under the purview of the Kettle Creek Conservation Authority. So essentially, it's an area of the property on this particular location where no development is permitted other than for conservation regulation purposes. So there's an area of the property that is within this dynamic beach standard. So where areas we would see potentials for hazardous lands due to flood uprush or that along the beach. And the province is restrictive as to what sorts of development could incur there, and it's generally under the purview of the conservation authorities to deal with.
So the short is they would not be building on that area at all.
That's correct.
Thank you. Any other questions? Councillor Rowe?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just a comment, I guess. There's multiple places within this document and other documents that we've seen on different agendas where the urban design guidelines are missing or non-existent. In this case, it is a lovely looking building, but it does not fit with the rest of the buildings along that stretch. So had we had the urban design guidelines, I would suspect that there might be a slightly different view of that building. But in absence of those, there's no reason in my mind that this should not be approved. It's just, we really need to get those urban design guidelines in the official plan review.
Mr. McClure, do you wish to mention, say anything or not?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor, through you to Councillor Rowe. I guess while urban design guidelines could assist with certain developments within Port Stanley and provide some general direction as to, I guess, how council and municipality would like to see urban design approached. Ultimately, in most instances, they're not really applied to individual properties on like an individual landowner's perspective, and you're dealing with like a residence. There could be aspects of that may help provide some direction, but typically you would be seeing that more in larger forms of development, maybe where you're dealing with some of that I guess that the public-private interface between streetscapes and that, but as you'll kind of see through other municipalities, when you're dealing with newer forms of, say, single detached residential development, you'll see quite an eclectic mix of architectural styles. And yes, while some of that direction could be provided and help give a bit of a better feel to that, or if a developer would like to latch onto that when building a community or subdivisions, they could definitely go forward with that. But on an individual site-by-site basis, it's a little bit more difficult to deal with when you're dealing with some of those. But it's something that we can definitely look into through the OP review.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any other questions or comments? If not, Diane, would you read the motion, please?
Motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Rowe, seconded by Councillor Cravitz, that report CEP 2521 be received as information, and that direction be given by council to prepare a site-specific draft amendment to the zoning bylaw in support of the proposed residential use on lands located at 416 Edith Cavell Boulevard, which may be legally described as Plan 117, part of Lot 22, south side of Front Street, geographic village of Port Stanley, now municipality of Central Elgin, and further that a date for a public meeting be scheduled for Monday, July the 19th, 2021, in accordance with Ontario Regulation 54506 as amended.
Thank you. Call the vote, please.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynne,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
Resolution carries.
thank you. Now at the application to amend the Township of Yarmouth bylaw at 46231 North Street. Does anyone have any questions concerning this one? No, would you read the motion, please?
Motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Fair, seconded by Councillor Wynne, that report CEP 2621 be received as information, and that direction be given by council to prepare a site-specific draft amendment to the zoning bylaw to permit an additional residential dwelling unit within an existing 86.88 square meter barn structure on lands which may be legally described as Plan 7, part of Lots 7 and 8, reference Plan 11R 1130, Part 1, Geographic Township of Yarmouth, now municipality of Central Elgin, and further that a date for a public meeting be scheduled for Monday, July the 19th, 2021, in accordance with Ontario Regulation 54506 as amended.
Thank you. Just before you call the vote, I'm just going to, maybe Mr. McClure, I don't know what Addison Street is. I mean, I live in Sparta. I've never heard of Addison Street.
I'm sorry, must be a typo in the report.
Okay. I just didn't know if there, I know at one time that area back in behind there was going to be a subdivision many years ago before it never developed. They're just three houses and I didn't know if possibly they had designated a street area, but anyway, that's all I was asking. Go ahead and call the vote.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes. Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynne,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Resolution carries.
Thank you. And now we're looking at the report on the 377 Warren Street. It's a follow-up report after the public meeting that we had. Does anyone have any questions on this? going to ask you to read the motion then, Mrs. Wilson.
The motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Cravitz, seconded by Councillor Rowe, that report CEP 2721 be received as information, and that council endorse the attached revised draft zoning bylaw amendment as the changes are minor to what was presented at the public meeting, and that council defer considering the attached revised draft zoning bylaw amendment until such time that a decision is rendered by the local planning appeal tribunal as it relates to an associated severance Elgin County Land Division Committee file number E1421.
Thank you. Would you call the vote then, please?
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
yes,
Councillor Wynne,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
The resolution carries.
thank you. Now the Chief Administrative Officer reports, the Crestview Court Stormwater Management Facility. This is just final report. Anyone have any questions on that? If not, would you read the motion, please?
Moved by Councillor Cravitz, seconded by Councillor Fair, that report CO 3221 resurplus lands Crestview Court Stormwater Management Facility be received for information, and that Part 1 of Draft Plan 11R XXXX be declared surplus to the needs of the municipality for the purpose of conveyance to a budding property owner.
Would you call the vote, please?
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
yes,
Councillor Wynne,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Next one is on the Harbour Secondary Plan. And moving to a public meeting. Does anyone have any questions on this? Seeing none, would you call or read the motion, please?
Motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Wynne, seconded by Deputy Mayor Marks, that the Council of the Corporation of the Municipality of Central Elgin receive report CO 3221, Harbour Secondary Plan for information, and that staff be directed to schedule the Harbour Secondary Plan statutory public meeting on Tuesday, August the 10th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m.
Thank you. Call the vote, please.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
yes,
Councillor Wynne,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
Resolution carries.
thank you. And the next one is the Director of Infrastructure and Community Services report on the noise exemption for the Harrison Place Culvert. Does anyone have any questions? Would you read the motion, please, Mrs. Wilson?
The motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Cravitz, seconded by Councillor Rowe, that the Council of the Municipality of Central Elgin grant an exemption to bylaw number 212, being a bylaw to control noise in the municipality of Central Elgin, as amended to allow Lanico Contracting, Inc. to operate stormwater bypass pumping equipment 24 hours a day during the Harrison Place Culvert relining project, as per report ICS 2121.
Thank you. Would you call the vote, please?
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
yes,
Councillor Wynne,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
The resolution carries.
thank you. Now we move on to Director of Financial Services, Treasurer. The first report is on the sanitary sewer flushing from 2021 to 2025. Anyone have any questions on the report? Seeing none, would you read the motion, please?
The motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Deputy Mayor Marks, seconded by Councillor Fair, that the Council of the Corporation of the Municipality of Central Elgin accept the tender of Great Lakes Sewer Services Limited for sanitary sewer flushing 2021 to 2025 in the amount of $113,826.10. $39,880 is in 2021, plus all applicable taxes as per report DFS 1821.
Thank you. Call the vote, please.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
yes,
Councillor Wynne,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
The resolution carries.
thank you. And now the Eastwood Park, and this is the, we're awarding the tender for this. Does anyone have any questions on the report? Counselor Fair,
I don't have a question. I'm just saying that's excellent news.
thank you. I agree. Would you read the motion, please?
Motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Fair, seconded by Councillor Cravitz, that the Council of the Corporation of the Municipality of Central Elgin accept the tender of Roebuck Contracting Limited for 2021-13 Eastwood Park hardscaping in the amount of $479,415 plus all applicable taxes as per report DFS 1921.
Call the vote, please.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynne,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
The resolution carries.
thank you. Now we move to Director of Asset Management and Development Services. The first report is another noisy bylaw exemption for the St. Thomas Gun Club. Any questions? If not, would you read the motion, please?
The motion reads, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Wynne, seconded by Councillor Rowe, that council grant an exemption to bylaw number 212, being a bylaw to control noise in the municipality of Central Elgin as amended, to allow the St. Thomas Gun Club to hold their spring summer trap shooting event commencing at 9 a.m. on the following requested date, Sunday, August the 1st of 2021. This event will take place on August 1st only if their approved July 18 event is canceled due to COVID restrictions as per report AMDS 2721.
Thank you. Call the vote, please.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynne,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
The resolution carries.
thank you. We now move to the detailed asset management plan for stormwater assets. Do you have any questions? I found this an excellent report and highly enlightening. Sorry, go ahead, Deputy Mayor Marks.
I have to agree. It's pretty good reading. You know, when it's that detail that's going to give us management the tools and the knowledge to make some good decisions. But it's sobering when you think we're spending, off the top of my head, what, 150,000, we should be spending closer to 7. That's a message that I hope the public are listening. You know, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. And I hope the message gets communicated. Communication is a two-way street. Public has to be listening. Some days this is going to be viewed as very bad news, but we're only doing our job. And I thank staff for the detail in here. We know what's coming. And the future councils should probably thank us for doing this. So congrats to staff.
Councillor Kravitz.
I just want to say the same thing. I've seen in the report where it's over $6 million needs to be spent in the next 10 years. That's $618,000 a year that we need to start budgeting for in the future just to save our infrastructure. So it's a very enlightening report. However, it's a scary situation too, the amount of extra financing that will be required coming in the future. So I'm glad we're doing our asset management plan and keeping up to date on it. So thank you, staff, for preparing this report.
Yes, I think Mr. Perrin deserves a lot of credit for this. And then we saw a big rainfall Friday night, early Saturday morning, and some of the issues with stormwater. And I'm afraid that type of rainfall is not going to be unusual in the future. So our stormwater management system is going to be very important. Would you read the motion, please?
Certainly. Madam Mayor, the motion reads, moved by Councillor Cravitz, seconded by Deputy Mayor Marks, that the Council of the Corporation of the Municipality of Central Elgin receive report AMDS 2021, read detailed asset management plan DAMP, stormwater assets for information, and that Council approve the detailed asset management plan for the stormwater assets dated June the 28th, 2021.
Call the vote, please.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynne,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
The resolution carries.
thank you. Now at bylaws.
Madam Mayor, just procedurally, so
We're eliminating.
council is aware that we have separated bylaw 2609 from the main motion.
Yes,
Okay,
said we were going to defer it. Yes.
the motion reads, moved by Councillor Rowe, seconded by Councillor Wynn, that bylaws 2607, 2608, 2610, 2611, and 2612 be taken collectively.
Call the vote.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynn,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
Resolution carries.
thank you.
Next.
Read the next motion.
Next motion on the bylaws, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Cravitz, seconded by Councillor Fair, that bylaws 2607, 2608, 2610, 2611, and 2612 be read a first and a second time.
Call the vote.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynn,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
The resolution carries.
thank you. Next motion.
Last motion on those bylaws, Madam Mayor, moved by Councillor Wynn, seconded by Councillor Rowe, that bylaws 2607, 2608, 2610, 2611, and 2612 be read a third time and finally passed.
Call the vote.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynn,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
and Mayor Martin.
Yes,
The resolution carries.
is there a motion to delay the other one?
Yes, there is.
Okay, would you read that motion then?
Yes, motion reads, moved by Deputy Mayor Marks, seconded by Councillor Cravitz, that bylaw 2609 be deferred.
Call the vote, please.
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynn,
yes,
Councillor Rowe,
yes,
Mayor Martin.
Yes,
The resolution carries.
thank you. Okay, we now have several items of public notice. The new procedural bylaw, we're giving public notice of that. Does anyone have any questions? I presume Mrs. Wilson asked me if anyone was concerned with the changing of the time of the meetings to 7. Everybody's fine with that, so is that just in case you hadn't noticed that? Okay, the notice of completion of the Union Area Sanitary Sewer Servicing, municipal class environmental assessment, that notice, and the notice of the council moving to a live stream service enhancements on YouTube as of the July council meeting. Any questions on any of those public notices? If not, we don't have motions for those. Is there any new business that anyone has to bring up? Councillor Rowe.
thank you, Madam Mayor. Just wanted to mention on behalf of the Central Elgin Environmental Committee to council that that committee will be creating or plans to create 2 statements for council's review at a later date. One is regarding climate change for the potential inclusion in the official plan as it's being reviewed. And the second is regarding the committee's position on the Elgin transportation plan that's out there right now. So just wanted to let council know about those.
Thank you, Councillor Rowe. Okay. No other new business? If not, would you read the motion to move into closed?
Certainly, the motion reads, moved by Councillor Rowe, seconded by Councillor Wynn, that council proceed into closed session at 8 PM in order to address a matter pertaining to personal matters about an identifiable individual and or position plan procedure criteria or instruction to be applied to any negotiations carried on or to be carried on by or on behalf of the municipality or local board.
Thank you. To call the vote?
Councillor Cravitz,
Yes.
Councillor Fair,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Marks,
Yes.
Councillor Wynn,
yes.
Councillor Rowe,
Yes.
and Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Resolution carries.
Thank you. We'll give Diana a chance to close the doors and Ollie to take us off live stream.